First of all, who does this Safari girl think she is? Why is Brandon trying to introduce his family to Dumb Unique so fast and they're not even in no official relationship? And why does Chandrika have all this mouth behind Kandi and Ty's back but is so shooketh and surprised when they confront her in her face? Child, let's get into this review. What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Kandi and the Gang. Yes, and I think this is episode 4 of Kandi and the Gang. So, yes, we have a couple of things to discuss this morning. I could have watched it last night, but y'all, I fell asleep, and then the Will Smith stuff had went down and stuff like that. So I had to be on go with that. I went live last night. It was over 700 of y'all in there. That video was already at 10K already. So shout out to everybody that tuned in to that live last night. We had a ball. Terrence joined, Josiah joined, and Gigi with the Juice joined with me, and we closed it out and whatnot. So yes. And plus, I got to go film Who Was Wrong right after I get done filming this, because I did a Who Was Wrong yesterday. So this is going to be the 4th one I do today. So yes, Who Was Wrong? Be on the lookout for that. We'll talk about that later on in the show. But before we get into Kandi and the Gang, let's talk about tonight. Now, tonight, myself and my boys, Jamar84 and Maddie Rance, we're going to come together tonight at 8/7 Central to review Bad Boys Los Angeles. Yes, indeed, we're going to come in and dissect what we saw last night. All right, and I'll already know it's going to be lit. It's going to be lit like it was last week. So be on the lookout for that tonight at 8/7 Central. Right here on Scotty by Nature TV. Any other things that I got coming up on this channel will be talked about at the end of the video. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get into the review. So we open this thing up with Kandi and Todd. They discuss the tea that Patrick gave them in regards to what was said at their dinner that night. Kandi and Todd feel some type of way about it. They feel like they need to have a town hall meeting so they could talk about everything and discuss everything that was talked about and see what everybody's grievances are. And I know a lot of you guys feel some type of way about Patrick going back telling Kandi what was said, but I really just don't feel any kind of way about it, because like I said, at the end of the day, yeah, he worked there. He worked with these people, but that is his cousin all at the same time. And for me, if I'm working in a family restaurant and I got grievances with the owners, I'm not going to talk about the owners in front of their cousin. Like, that's just something I'm not going to do, because I already know it's going to get right. Because a lot of the times when you're saying shit behind somebody's back, a lot of the times some people don't want the shit to be brought back to the person that they talking about, unless you're a real bad bitch and you don't give a fuck who's sitting there and you want the stuff to be told to the person that you're talking about. But obviously you don't want it to be told, but yeah, you're going to say it in front of Patrick like he ain't going to go back and tell his cousin what y'all said. So for those of you that were upset about Patrick and what he did, I don't understand why you would be upset about it, because Kandi is his cousin. So why are we mad again? I don't get it. So yeah, that's how I feel on that. So Patrick brings Safari to the OLG. And Chandrika is instantly annoyed with Patrick because he brought his girlfriend to the OLG. Now, here's my thing about it. Why are you pissed that he brought his girlfriend to the OLG? Now, you said y'all had a little thing going on in the past and it wasn't really nothing. Y'all just messed around. And you say you got a man. He put a ring on it. You happy with him and all this other stuff. So why are you turning so green in the face when he brings Safari to the damn OLG? You talking about who brings someone to the OLG today, on a date? Who brings them to the OLG? Oh, because you know you're going to get free food. You know you're going to do this. You know you're going to do that. Okay, and if that's the case, girl, what's it to you on what he does with his girlfriend? My thing with Chandrika is, and then, you know, we had a couple of Chandrika hoes trying to correct me last week, but it's just like this. My thing with Chandrika is she always running her mouth about somebody. And then when it come down to it, she really don't have nothing to say. Just like she always running her mouth behind Kandi and Ty back. But when she's confronted, she want to act like a damn pussy. You know what I mean? Like, it really boggles me in my mind that she behaves that way. And then she wonders why people don't like her. Like, why are you so pressed about Patrick bringing Safari to OLG? But at the same time, I feel like Safari knew what the hell he was. I feel like Patrick knew what the hell he was doing when he brought our old girl to the OLG. Anyway, he knew what he was doing. He knew that was gonna get her goat. He already knew that this bitch is jealous as hell. He already knew that. So he already knew that when he brought her, it was gonna be some shit. I feel like he already knew that. So at the end of the day, boy, you know what you doing. Don't play no games. You already know. You already know. You already know what the T is. You already know what's going on. So don't play no games. Like, don't play no games. You already knew what you was doing. You already knew you was gonna try to get a go by doing it. Then he introduces Safari to Brandon and all this other stuff. So then after the fact, Patrick comes in. No, Torrin comes in, and then Patrick pulls Torrin to the side, and then Patrick pretty much tells Torrin that he's basically fired. They went ahead and decided that Torrin would not be the best fit to do the apartment. Safari would be the best fit to do the apartment and everything else. And I'm just like, that was really fucked up. That was really fucked up, honestly, because you had this boy thinking that he was gonna do the job. You know that this is what he does for a living, and because your fucking girlfriend decided that she gonna come in and try to take over. My thing, what is your deal with Patrick and Torrin's friendship? Because it's on one hand, you don't want Chandrika at the party, which I totally understand, but for some reason, she has this quiet disdain for Torrin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do anybody see what I see here? It's like she has this quiet disdain for this boy. It's like she really don't like Torrin. And I don't know if she suspects that Torrin likes Patrick or something like that. Now, if I was Torrin and all that other stuff, I would like Patrick. I mean, have you seen him? He is kind of cute. But at the same time, it's kind of like, girl, you can't be serious right now. Like, you really can't be serious. She really acts like she has a disdain for Torrin. At least that's her demeanor to me. Because she was so quick to try to make it seem like he wasn't the right fit for the job. But girl, you do lipo on stomachs and ass. So what the hell make you think that you're a better candidate for the job than he is? He know what he doing. You don't know what you doing. But okay, girl. I noticed, and this is gonna be a premiere, so I'm gonna be looking at the live chat. All I know is, does anybody else see what I see? That's all I'm saying. Do anybody else see that? Because I definitely see it. She got this quiet ass disdain for him. Period. So Brandon invites Dumb Unique to his birthday dinner. She don't know if she gonna show up because his parents gonna be there and all this other stuff. So she really not sure about him showing up to the party or whatever. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. But yeah, so Philip and his friend Andre, they talk, and he was basically talking about his experience with working at the OLG. And he's basically saying, I like working for Kandi and Todd. It's just the associates that I'm not really clicking with. And then his best friend was like, well, you know that sometimes people have a problem with authority and they may not enjoy your authority type of style. So that could be what it is, okay? And so he was like, well, yeah, but I just come from a certain, he feels like he come from a certain background that doesn't allow people to do whatever they want to do. Like, I'm the boss, you do as I say, do as I please, and you keep it moving. So that's the type of time that Philip is on. But I feel like his entire demeanor, he wants to be intimidating, and when he doesn't get what he wants, then he goes for the attack. That's how it comes across to me. That's how it come across to me. That's what I'm gonna say about that. So we're gonna get into the town hall meeting, and everybody's there but Dumb Unique and Philip. Neither one of them are there. So it's like now they start talking about the grievances that they have with the management team and stuff like that. They call out Philip and his antics. Melvin said that he doesn't mind. He worked with Philip at Blaze, and he feels like he has the right attitude for this type of establishment. He'll get the job done, and he doesn't see anything wrong with Philip's attitude and all of this other stuff. So Torin was like, well, I'm glad that somebody else feels a certain type of way about it because I feel differently. He was saying that I don't like his attitude. You know, like he comes in with this demeanor. He has this badass attitude, and I'm not really for it. I don't like it. And then, Don Juan tried to call Torin out at the time, and I'm just like, Don Juan, stop. Let the boy get his grievances out because he has a valid point. Patrick is an asshole. He's very bitchy a lot of the times. And this is coming from somebody who actually likes Philip. He's a bitch at times, and it doesn't translate well when you're trying to work with people. When you're working with people, you have to learn how to talk to people with some respect. You could talk to them with authority, but you don't have to talk to them like they're your peasant. You don't have to talk to them like that. And at the end of the day, that is the issue here. You talk to them like they're your peasant. They're not your peasant, homeboy. You got to stop talking to people like that. That's not the way you go about it. And I get that you want people to listen to you and take your groundwork and go on with it, but it's the way to do it. And no, you're not talking to people right. And that's just what it is. Like straight up. Like straight up, period. So then they start asking about so we heard about the things that were said at the table at y'all dinner, and we want to know who had anything to say, and nobody said nothing. So then Patrick bust Chandrika out, and now Chandrika is mad about it. My thing about this is, what you mad for? Why are you mad about it, girl? You said what you said. You said it at the table. You said it in front of this man. You said what you said. So I just feel like go ahead and own up to what the fuck you said. You said what you said. And that's that on that. You said it. So why are you mad at Patrick Thompson? That's why I didn't see. This is the reason why I don't like you. This is the reason why I don't like you. This is the reason. No, don't let that be the reason why you don't like him. Don't let that be the reason, baby girl. You already knew what it was. You said what the fuck you said. And now that you call out on it in front of everybody, you ain't got nothing to say about it. Girl, just own it. You said it. And you spoke it loud and clear at that table. And you was comparing wages and stuff like that. And you said that. So now when they're calling you out about it, you ain't got nothing to say. That is my issue. I've been in many meetings when I was an associate, before I was a manager. I had many meetings where I spoke my mind. And I remember saying something about this on another video where I was talking about basketball wives, and I was talking about, I don't give a damn what job it is, I'm going to speak my mind. And I remember somebody saying, he's talking about he going to speak his mind. Well, I hope you don't mind getting fired. If that's the case, if I'm going to get fired for speaking up for myself, then that is cool. I will get fired for speaking up for myself. It's just that for me, I'm not going to let nobody clown me, and I'm not going to let nobody talk to me like I'm crazy. And number two, at the same point in time, if I said it, I fucking said it, period. It's a lot that I've said, and I said it to the people's face every time. Like, I remember having this meeting with a manager at the job that I'm at now before I got promoted, and they was asking me about my grievances, and I said exactly what I had said behind his back. I said it to his face. I told him that I didn't like him. I told him that I didn't like his attitude. I told him that I didn't like how he tries to throw everybody under the bus for management. I don't like how he sits up and sets traps for other people. I said all that to his face. All of that. One thing about me is I'm a very straightforward person. I'm a straight shooter. I'm never going to lie to you. If I feel some type of way, I'm going to fucking say it. Ain't no sugarcoating it. There may be times where I may try to suppress it, but then if it really gets too much for me, I'm gonna just go ahead and say what I gotta say. Period. I'm just gonna let you know what it is. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. And if you like it, that's cool. And if you don't like it, that's also cool. But I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Period. Like, it is what it is. That's how I feel. So I just feel like no one should be sitting up here like talking behind folks' back, and when you're asked how you really feel about it, then your mouth is closed. No, open your big ass mouth like you have it open when we're not around. That's how I feel about it, child. But to each his own, honey, to each his own. So we go into Marie. She asked about whose job is it to clean the menus. And then Chandrika was like, oh my God, she always asks this at every meeting. Like, shut up. See how you got so much mouth now? But when Kandi and Todd asked you what the fuck you said, you didn't have no mouth. Now you got some mouth with Marie. So it looks like Marie is someone who gonna call things out for what they are. And I don't know why she not on the show, but I need her on the show. She gonna call things like Chandrika ass out. You know what I mean? Because I just Chandrika attitude is just whack. I don't like her. Mm-mm. She too much for me. Kandi proposes a team building day for them so they can have fun and try to reestablish these relationships and try to be able to work on the right page. Then Brandon is called out as he should be because he's not a good manager. If he was a good manager, he would put everybody on task. He puts everybody on task, but dumb unique because he wants to screw her. That's the only reason. Or is he really? Or is he screwing her? You know what I mean? Like no. I don't like that. He's weak as a manager. He does not have a backbone at all. Sorry, not sorry, but I said what I said. Next thing you know, Bertha calls Brandon out. She said, I spoke to Brandon one time, and he looked me in my face, and he did not speak back. Then he walked over there and tried to hug on Bertha, and Bertha was like, "Go on now, get the hell on away from me." Yeah, Auntie Bertha don't see it for you, honey. She don't see it for you, and I'm team Bertha all day. Bertha, call his ass out, girl. I understand why you're not here for him, girl. Call him out. Let him know. What Mama D told Scrappy, go at him. Make him answer. Check him. You do that. You do that now. So Torin comes to Patrick. And he basically confronts Patrick about being fired. And he just didn't understand why all of a sudden he was fired. He was basically saying that, I just felt like I was pretty much embarrassed when I came back to that table. Like I'm telling people that I'm working for you. I'm doing this for you. You're having a housewarming party. I'm going to decorate it and do all that stuff for you. And then all of a sudden I'm told that I'm not doing the job no more because your girlfriend telling me that. And then, Patrick said, well, I am a little whipped at this moment. At least he was honest about it. At least he was honest about it. That's all I can say about it. At least he was honest about being whipped. That's all I can say. At least he was honest about it. And he was like, it's just that I ain't never been in love like this before. And it's just, I'm just, listening and adhering to everything that she's saying right now. And I just, I was just doing what it was that she wanted me to do. You know what I'm saying? And then Torin was like, well, I'm not really worried about that. I'm just trying to make sure that you and I are on the right page. And he was like, yeah, you know that we cool. You know that we cool. You know that we cool. In my mind, I feel like Patrick really did not want to fire Torin, and that was the person that he really wanted to do it. But because his girlfriend is in the picture and she got something to say, that's the only reason why he fired him. And I just think that that's fucked up. I hate when people come into your life and try to make you do certain shit and try to turn your head on certain things because of their own damn insecurities. And apparently Safari is so cute, but she insecure about herself because she insecure about Chandrika and now she acting insecure about Torin. Do you think that Torin wants Patrick? Yeah, because that's the second time I asked this question. Do you think that he wants Patrick? Because, like I said, you acting real weird right now, and I don't get it. And then he calls Safari after the fact, and then after Torin leaves, and then she pretty much not trying to hear what Patrick is trying to say. She was like, "I thought I told you we already had a conversation about this. We're not having a housewarming party, and that's that. You're not having a housewarming party. We already had this conversation. We're not going to do this. We're not doing this." And she hung up. So then later on down the line, Patrick and Safari had a conversation about this again, and he was basically saying that Torin feels some type of way about this because of the fact that we are friends, and he feels like this and that. She was like, "Well, I don't." She basically, in so many words, said that she didn't give a fuck about how Torin feels, and she don't know why we still talking about this at the end of the day. What's said, it was said, and what's done is done, and I don't want him doing anything for you. Pretty much, that's what she said, and I'm just like, this underlying disdain is really ridiculous to me because it's how I feel. So then, they start saying, so what about we do a housewarming party and we come out with the invite list? So they go down a list about the invite. When it came down to Chandrika, she don't want her there. But when it came down to Torin, she also don't want him there. And I'm just like, you don't want him to decorate it, and you don't want him at the party. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. That's all I can say. I just don't know what to say. I just like, girl, please. It's crazy to me how how she's acting, and I don't get it. But okay, girl. So now it's time for Brandon. He invites no. Rashad and Brian, they have a conversation about Brandon as a manager, and they feel like he doesn't do a good job as a manager, and they feel like he doesn't prioritize everybody. And they feel like, I'm gonna make Rashad and Brian follow the rules, but I'm not going to have Dumb Unique follow the rules. Like, I gotta make Brian make the drinks for his own customers because Dumb Unique is 3 hours late. And because I'm fucking Dominique, that means she can be late all she wants to. I can't sit down at the bar and have a drink, and the man can sit down at the bar and have a drink, and he also can fuck the damn bartender. But okay, I agree with everything that they said. I agree with everything that they said. Period. Like, Brandon is very biased, pretty much. It's time for Brandon's birthday dinner at Blaze. And Brandon doesn't think that dumb. Is Wait, I keep skipping shit. Okay, so Brandon invites Philip to his party. Philip is appreciative of the invite, and all this other stuff. And then Don Juan shows Kandi and Todd a ring video of Chandrika talking shit. She basically said that Kandi and Todd don't give a fuck about them or this restaurant and all of this other stuff. So it's just like, okay, so we got to confront Chandrika. And Todd feel like Chandrika needs to be fired. But Kandi still feels like she should keep her around. You know what I'm saying? That's how she feels. So, it's like this. So it's Brandon's birthday. Brandon doesn't think that Dom is coming. Dom comes in with Torin. And then, he decides that he wants to introduce Dom Unique to his parents, and she really don't know about that because it's like, what are you going to tell your parents about me? Like, we're not even dating. Like, for real. Like, what are you going to tell your parents? And he goes over there and introduces them, and it goes well because they seem to like her. They think she's pretty. Torin confronts Safari about the situation, and I just feel like everything that Torin was saying to her was fucking valid. I mean, that's just how I feel. I feel like Safari did way too much, and she was out of line and out of pocket. Kandi and Todd confront Chandrika about the things that she said, and it's like she quiet as a church mouse now. But it's like, girl, you be having all this stuff to say behind their back, but then when they say something to you, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing to say. Like, be that big bold bitch that you are when they're not around and speak your piece, but you don't want to do that. You want to be all meek and shit when they're around because, like Kandi and Todd said, if you can't speak your mind, then then why are you here? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay, I don't get it. I don't understand. But now she's trying to figure out, I want to know who said it. I want to know who went around and said what I said. I want to know who put me on blast. Because if I'm going to get in trouble, everybody going to get in trouble. What for? You said what you said. So take that and deal with it. You know what I mean? See, this is why I don't like that girl right there. That's why I don't like her. But however, that was my review on Kandi in the Game for episode 4. Now, without any further ado, let's get into some promotions for the things that's up and coming on the Skydy by Nature TV brand. Let's get into it. And the Whether You Like It or Not panel will be returning this May, starring Skydy by Nature TV, giving you the real tea, Josiah's World TV, Yocrates, Really Be TV, and Simply Sakina. And we will be talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta as well as Basketball Wives, all spring, all summer. So be on the lookout for that. Also, The Influence with myself and Reggie Ortiz will be talking about Black music and Black music only for 10 weeks straight. It will include guest appearances from our childhood friends as well as TTV and possibly some others. So be on the lookout for The Influence. Who is Wrong is also another show that will be airing in April, which I'm actively filming right now, and it will be featuring 10 of your favorite YouTubers. So be on the lookout for that as we have our banters about who was wrong in particular situations, whether it be feuds on reality TV, a movie, a sitcom, or what have you. All right. Also, don't forget about Roasted Review, where we roasted review shows like this, Kandi and the Gang, as well as Love and Marriage Huntsville. And it's a rotating panel amongst me, Terrence, and Josiah. So be sure to subscribe to all three of us so you can get your weekly dose of Roasted Review every Wednesday at 8, 7 Central, okay? And this week it will be on Give You the Real Tease channel, so be on the lookout for it. And also, and last but not least, Boys Night Out airs every other Saturday at now it's going to be 9, 8 Central due to Love and Marriage Huntsville coming on at 7. So it's 9, 8 Central time where it stars me, Terrence, Jamar, Josiah, and Maddie Rent. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, with that being said, be sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, share this video. And also, click the notification bell so you can be notified when the video drops. Also, be sure to follow me on all forms of social media. My Twitter and my IG will be down below. But if you want me to follow you back on Instagram, be sure to hit me up in the DMs with the hashtag Mrs. Team Scotty, and your boy will definitely follow you back. With that being said, you guys, your boy's out of here. Until my next video, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace out.